long would you expect to wait for firefighters in an emergency? 4, maybe 5 minutes? How about triple that time? The president is now telling Democrats to hurry up and wrap up their investigations, but recent legal wins mean the Democrats won't be ending them anytime soon.
This is a tight-knit group of people. Almost everyone in Marshall County has some kind of connection to this school.
House Speaker Pelosi with her most aggressive comment so far, telling her caucus behind closed doors that she wants to see the president in prison. Think back to the last time you made a new friend. A couple of weeks ago, months, even years? Well, summer is a great break for everyone, but too much time off from learning can actually be bad for young brains. Now, we are tracking a traffic alert after an accident shuts down all southbound lanes on I-265. It is your chance to rant. I know I definitely want to. I love the parks here. We are continuing to follow breaking news right now. Fire crews are on the scene of a business fire on Breckenridge Lane near Shelbyville Road in St. Matthews. Now, firefighters were called to the scene just after 5 p.m. 2 engines are there at last check. Now, this is the building that includes Domino's, Schellers, and Simply Mac. We're told the fire is spreading to neighboring businesses and multiple roads are blocked off in the area. Now, this is a live look. You're seeing the smoke coming out of those buildings right there, but at this time, there are no reports of any injuries, but of course we want to keep you updated and we'll bring you those updates on air and on our new WHAS 11 app as they become available. But for now, you do want to avoid the area of Breckenridge Lane and Shelbyville Road. New here at 6, the Kentucky Rushmore mural in the Highlands has been repainted after it was vandalized last week. The words racist, homophobe, and anti-Semitic were painted in orange over Muhammad Ali's face on the mural Wednesday night. Again, it looks like the media interview is not ready at this time, but here's what we know. So J-Town police say a robbery suspect was somehow involved in this. Where it happened was at Ruck Regal Parkway and Watterson Trail. Now we have Sinait Rodriguez on the scene right now trying to find out more details, but Major Garrett tells us that he can't confirm whether the shots were fired by the officer or whether someone was actually hit. We are trying to work and find out more details. As you can see, that is an active scene right now. We're waiting for a news conference to start, but at this point we're going to continue with our news and head to our next interview. Well, we've enjoyed this nice weather for a change, finally able to put those umbrellas away and enjoy the sunshine.
I'm just wondering now, as we're getting closer to the 4th of July, are we going to see any heat indexes? You know, it's been, we haven't had to talk about that for a while.
Is it going to get too hot for you already?
With all this rain.
When can we complain about the heat?
This man right here, this is his 50th consecutive derby.
And you've been working with investigators, and this is taking an emotional toll on them as well.
When it was shot down by an air missile fired from a location in Iran. Officials say it was an unprovoked attack that did not violate Iranian airspace at any time. Well, Louisville is getting a new way to bet on the ponies. Churchill Downs approved an extension in Old Louisville, but there is a catch. You'll have to be part of the Louisville Thoroughbred Society to take part in this. Meteorologist Jamie Simpson wasn't tolerating those complaints and took a minute to address his feelings during a live broadcast. I do love bourbon, just not the mid-julep.
Very funny story.
Cheers,
Definitely.
TG.
Yeah, exactly. With our empty glasses.
the
All right,
window.
well, cheers to better weather.
Couldn't hold it anymore, and he's like, I just gotta creep out. Okay, guys, get ready to rage. Yes.
Well, if you've had a hard week,
Take a look at this. You hear that? They're coming
Yeah,
from
it's from. Yeah, they're not coming from me.
Okay, no, I'm kidding.
Maybe in the 80s and 90s. Well,
Right?
90s.
Well, this should have been the theme song for a 93-year-old grandma. Take a look.
Really?
Okay, so this happened at a Taco Bell near New Orleans. So apparently they ran out of both hard and soft taco shells. A Taco Bell ran out. So
I don't even know what to say.
Exactly. A customer was so upset, they called 911.
Know that.
Right.
Explain how that worked out for you.
It takes a couple of days. It's like a detox. So the first 2 days, you don't want to sit next to the person switching over to natural deodorant.
All I remember is a couple of weeks of you coming in saying, I don't know if this new natural thing really works.
But it's actual deodorant, like maybe lavender oil or something. But yeah.
If you say so.
I'm still trying it out, and TG's not running away. I feel like, Ben, they keep him around for the drama.
You gotta watch out for that naked bungee jumping.
I didn't
Always
even know
causes
that was
problems.
a thing. When I saw the promo for it, I'm like, what? What is going on?
Thanks for the update, Juliana.
Yeah. You
I
feel
feel
well
like I'm caught
informed?
up. Yep.
Good.
I'm in
All
the
right.
loop.
I'll let you know what happens next week.
Thank you.
Coming up, another mission is underway.
Like that.
Pull that out of your head. Hey guys, now we can play My Heart Will Go On. Let's do it.
Mercy.
Okay.
Well, we don't
Great
have to
weather
worry
today.
about any flooding or any water coming through the roof. Or
No
anything
Celine
like that.
Dion.
Yeah. It's,
Oh, this is a perfect spot, TG, to
What?
do the My Heart. You know, because it's like a boat.
It is.
Okay, let's move on. You clearly are not playing along. You're just flabbergasted by
I'm
my.
not flabbergasted. I'm just trying to
Just steer clear.
stay in my way. Anyway,
I'm sinking over here.
let's-
Yeah, just don't go to work. All right.
Let us know how that works out for you.
And make sure mint juleps don't have chocolate in them.
Has more now, that emotional service.
Well, let me tell you, that shooting that killed Bailey Holt and Preston Cope and hurt 18 others prompted the students at Paducah Tillman to do something about it. A call that the students at Marshall County responded to, saying they don't want this to define them, that Marshall County is more than just a school shooting.
It was USA Day because it was supposed to be homecoming week, and they heard the first shot.
A rivalry put aside.
You expect it in bigger cities and places hours and hours away, but you never really expect it to happen in Western Kentucky.
A day after 2 students were killed and 18 others were hurt at Marshall County High School, the team they're supposed to play at the end of basketball homecoming week invites them to their school to stand together in prayer and show their support.
We have rivalries when it comes to sports, but like when it comes to stuff like this, anytime there's a loss in the community, we all come together, and that's like what our Region 1 is about.
Paducah Tillman senior Coy Mary is still trying to grasp what happened. He remembers when he first found out students were in trouble at Marshall County High School.
We're all streaming it on our phones and calling people we know at Marshall County.
Investigators say a 15-year-old student came into the common area and shot at students. Marshall County senior Elizabeth Castleberry wasn't at school that day. She doesn't know if things will ever be normal where the shooting happened.
The Commons is like where everything happens. You line up for graduation there, your homecomings, your proms, everything's there, and that's where all the good stuff happens.
She says it's where people would have lined up after the big game Friday.
So when something like this happens, you wonder how it's ever supposed to be good there again.
Students on both teams want to take the floor Friday night.
I would like for it to happen just so we can show support to the people of Marshall County.
Well, that Marshall County student who tells me her friends were inside the school when the shooting happened weren't at the prayer circle today because they're not ready to face crowds. They tell her even a small noise can make them have flashbacks to what happened yesterday morning. And when I asked her about going back to school in this building, she says it's a real possibility and realizes things will never be the same. From 5:30 in the morning to 9 at night, the water at the Mary T. Maher Aquatic Center is moving.
Even though it's really hard, I get a lot out of it.
Lakeside swimmer Caroline Mercer is one of about 600 people who use this pool on a daily basis.
It helps me work hard for something that I want, but not just for myself, like for a team.
During swim meets, there can be as many as 1,000 people, and with the crowds, air quality can be a problem.
Every indoor facility has an issue and struggles with air quality on a daily basis.
Caroline's mom, Mary Lois Mercer, says building a new facility is necessary.
There's nowhere to sit for the swimmers. There's nowhere for the parents to sit, and they are unable to see their swimmers when they are at a meet here.
The city is answering those demands. A $25,000 study is underway to see what it would cost to add a new aquatic center with 2 public meetings this month. Louisville Parks and Recreation says what's unique is 6 groups are helping fund it, including the city, U of L, JCPS, and Bellarmine University. Lakeside swim team's head coach Mike DeBoers says the economic benefit for the city could be huge.
The hotel rooms, the restaurants, the impact of visitors coming into the city.
A nationals meet could bring in about 3,000 people, and Louisville has a lot to offer in terms of competition.
I think we have over 45 Division I athletes currently out there.
Lakeside swim team has produced 10 U.S. Olympians over the years, like siblings Clark and Caroline Burkle. Even the aquatic center is named after a 3-time Louisville Olympian.
Even though we don't have the best facility to train in, we're still one of the top teams. So think where we could be if we had everything that other teams have.
In Louisville, Juliana Valencia, WHAS 11 News.
I gave myself 6 months to make it profitable. and I made it profitable in 5 months, and I've been doing it ever since.
Josh Johnson's current job lets him work anywhere, including coffee shops.
Appreciate you guys. Fun fact, I actually got fired from a job.
Josh's retail job didn't like how much time he was spending on his new blog, The Kentucky Gent. But 3 years and 33,000 followers later, it's paying off.
So I roughly charge from like $500 for a single Instagram post up to like $1,700.
He makes most of his income through ads on his blog and sponsored content on Instagram. He works with national brands like Nespresso, Maker's Mark, and Jim Beam. Patron even flew him out to their distillery in Mexico.
Usually when we go on those kind of trips, they're like, all right, Josh, here's your shot list for what you need to get.
He believes his blog and professional photography skills give him an edge.
Anyone can take a photo post on Instagram, but I think it takes the time, dedication, quality content, relationships with brands to actually build that influence.
Josh thinks quality blogs can provide job security in case Instagram ever shuts down.
I still have a blog, I still have a website, I still have like a web presence. I still have articles from 5 to 6 years ago on there that are never gonna go away.
A blog is the reason Emily Hogue could start her own business.
I grew my blog, got sponsors, and then had enough money to be able to jump out of the corporate world and to start this.
Authentically Social.
I do social media strategy, community management, like managing Facebook pages, Instagrams.
Her influencer page, Auth Emmy, serves as a voice for the plus-size community.
I just put up a post last night about the plus-size bridal industry because I just got married in October, and plus-size brides are just not represented in the media. They're not represented on fashion blogs. It's my closet.
She wants her style and confidence to encourage others to dress as who you are now, not who you want to be.
You're not going to get any better standing behind the camera. And I think that was one of my biggest reasons for starting plus-size fashion. Focusing on this is because my mom, before she passed, we had no pictures of her as a kid because she hated how she looked. But her fashion was amazing. She wore all these colors and prints, and now I can't see that.
Her secret to making social media a full-time success is similar to other influencers, a passion for writing and building an online community fitting you.